So here we go. Got everything in. Hawg A.S. Stage 2. First one installed in-house. Let's bump this thing off, see if it'll fire up. Can't do no burnouts or nothing because I got to break in the converter for 500 miles. Can't be stalling it up. I just want to make sure it drives good with air conditioning on, won't stall out.
numbers is in. I predicted 80 horsepower gain, and I poked around until we tuned it and got an 80 horsepower gain. Last time the car was here, he bought this car, already had headers and intake on it, and I tuned it for him. Was able to make 401 horsepower, 442 foot-pounds of torque. So put the Hawg A.S.S stage 2 cam in this thing, AFM delete, DOD delete, all that jazz. We ended up at 480 horsepower, 503 foot-pounds of torque. Drives perfect, no stalling, no searching, FTI 3400 stall converter in it. It's a great combo. I think anybody would be happy with this. Now we just need to put a little boost to it. See what she'll do with some boost.
So tell me a little bit about the old Camaro here.
All right, well, like I said, I bought the car in 2017, and it was 6 years old when I bought it. And the fella that had it put a cold air intake and headers on it, and he had traded the car in for a ZL1, and I spotted it at the dealership, and I'd been looking for one for 2 or 3 years, and I couldn't afford a new one. So I found this one, and the guy was, the salesman I'd talked to said, well, you need to come up here and drive this one. And I said, well, I'll take a lease. He said, well, it ain't got no miles on it hardly. And it only had like 6,900 miles on it when I bought it. So I went up there and drove it. Orange wasn't the color I was looking for, but long story short, I liked it pretty good, so I bought the car. And I drove it probably 50, 100 miles, and the check engine light comes on. Well, I wasn't real happy about that, of course, but so I carried it to the dealership, and they reset it. Everything was fine. He said, there's nothing wrong with the car, it's just that check engine light coming on for some crazy reason. Well, that's happened 2 or 3 times. About the 3rd trip, the girl that was working at the service desk, she said, you need to call Adam and have him tune that car for you. She says, they only set it back to factory specs, and that's not what it needs to be. So I give Adam a call, and he says, yeah, I can fix you up. So I brought the car down here, and he put it on a dyno and tuned it. And long story short, it was fine. I never had another problem with it after that. But a couple of years goes by, and I keep seeing people doing things to theirs and stuff, and I run across a guy at the cruise in about, I think it was back in about April, and he had one that had him put a cam in and a set of cutouts, and it sounded so good. I thought, God knows I've got to have that. And so I come down, I check him out. He said, yeah, he can fix me up. He said, but I'm about 2 months behind right now. I said, well, I'm not, got to have it today, but I was interested in it. So we got to talking about prices and what it was going to cost me, and I thought, oh my God, I can't spend that kind of money. But I realized, mine's an automatic, I had to have a lot of things changed to put the cam in. But anyway, long story short, I brought it down here and I aggravated the crap out of him until he got done with it. And I was tickled with it. I've had so many compliments on the car since then. I would drive it to the cruise ins and stuff, and it sounds pretty good with it shut, but you open those cutouts, you get everybody's attention then. And, but I get a lot of compliments on the car, and everybody that says anything, I try to put them on to Adam. I said, he's the man. I'm telling you right now, if you've got a newer model car, you need to carry it down there. I said, he'll fix you right up. He does a fantastic job. And I said, he's very knowledgeable about what he does a great job. He's always there if you need him. I mean, there's been a couple of times when I'll give him a call and say, Adam, I got a problem. He will bring it on down here. So I had a spark plug wire come off a few weeks back, and I didn't even know what the problem was. It was missing like the dickens. I thought, what's wrong with this car? And I didn't look under the hood. I wasn't that smart. So I get down here and we raise the hood. Adam says, well, right there's your problem. The spark plug wires fell off. So we put it back on, and I told him, I said, well, if that thing falls off again, we're going to order a new set of plug wires and put on that thing. Well, long story short, I went about 2 or 3 days and it fell off again. So at least the next time I know how to put it back. So we've done that, and he ordered me a set of spark plug wires, and we couldn't get together on our timing because the way I work, the way he works, it's hard to get together sometimes. And finally, he just actually come to my house and put the spark plug wires on. So I'm gonna tell you right now, customer service, he's number one. You can't get many people to do a house call.
Full disclosure, he lives 4 or 5 miles from me.
Still though, I'm just telling you, you know, that was, I thought that was just over, I thought that was over and beyond what was needed. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mind coming down here, but truth be told, it was raining that day and I don't drive that car in the rain. And Adam told me, he says, I'll just come by your house on the way to taking the kids to school. I'll just come by the house. I said, you can't ask for no better than that. And I'm telling you right now, I don't plan on letting anybody else touch my car but him. That's just the way I feel about it.
So supercharger next.
I don't know where we need that or not. Old fat man like me don't need much more horsepower. We might tinker with it a little bit more on something down the road. Yeah, you talking about spending a lot more money now. I can't afford that probably.
You can't take it with you, is what I've always heard.
Well, I know that's true, but you got, hey, it's like the old man told me before I got married. He told me, he says, 2 can live as cheap as 1, half as long. And you don't know how long you're gonna be here. So if you ain't planning on living to be about 40 years old, you might just spend it all. Oh, Lord.
Well, I made it past my high school teacher's predictions of 21, so.
Yeah, well, back then we was all a little bit crazy, you know. That oil's so thin it's hard to see on the dipstick. That ain't no joke.
Good to go.
Alrighty, that sounds like a winner then.
How many people you done embarrassed with this thing?
I really hadn't embarrassed anybody with it. I haven't drove it that much, really. I ain't had nobody get crazy with me yet. I'm looking forward to embarrassing a couple Mustangs though.
There you go.
I embarrassed a little fella right after I first got it though, but he had one of the little Hondas with the loud muffler on it, you know, that makes a lot of racket. And I was at the stoplight and he comes up beside me and stops, and him and his little girlfriend sitting in there laughing and carrying on. Me and the wife, we just sitting there paying no attention. And when the light changed, he revs it up 2 or 3 times. You know, he's got a straight gear, he's got to rev it up a little bit.
Yeah.
When he did, I hit that one there, I just left him. And I told my wife about half a mile down the road, I said, you know what? That car right there is worth every dollar I give for it right then.
Yep. Yep.
And there's no boy that lives out the road from me. He's got a, I don't know what kind of, I think it's a Chevrolet, but it's got a, I don't know, glass packs or something on it. It's the loudest thing you ever heard coming up the road. I told her, I said, I'm gonna go out there one night about 10 or 11 o'clock at night and I'm gonna open that thing up right in front of his house and wake him up like he does me coming by my house. That thing's loud as it can be.
One of them young boys got the back end dragging the ground.
No, the back end's not, the truck looks normal, but it's got, I don't know what kind of muffler he's got on it.
Probably none.
It don't sound like there's nothing on it, really. It's just, I mean, it's just a rumble.
Yeah.
It ain't camo, is it?
No, it's black, I think. It's a black truck, I think. I'm gonna wake him up one night.